taking a dip in your hip, a glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is R.I.F.T Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
I see that intro, I don't know how many times, and I still love it. Absolutely love that intro, guys. Welcome to Raven's Flock, or Raven Swans Flock, because when I did Raven's Flock, a bunch of football players came up. So I said, well, we'll just add part of my last name in there. Yep, we'll do that. So welcome to Raven's Flawns. Raven's Flawn. Raven Swans. So I don't know. I've been like in all of these weird. I've had a lot of, and of course we got Miss Nikki Jacobs from Restore Belief. Angels are life. Life. I've had a lot of really weird shit happen. I'm telling you. So I figured. I mean, poop. Sorry, Howie. Sorry. So I figured. Oops. A little slip of the tongue there, people. Come on, chat. We got Q&A. We got strange happenings. And you know us. Once we get going, we just kind of jump subjects all over the place. So come have some fun with us tonight. Nikki's on the third Tuesday of every single month. Unless she gets ill, and then we can always switch it around. So it's no big deal. Or when poopy happens. See, I said poopy. I didn't say the other word. I said poopy. So,
I have a few new words because the other side has been very specific with me. No more F words, Nikki. And I'm like, okay.
But that's a bomb. You could just say, okay, bomb.
No, I use MUDDER, mutter, and then plucker or pucker. And it works and I don't get into trouble.
I've had the weirdest bull poopy happen to me.
Oh,
I've been like all kinds of weird bull poopy. Yes, it's bull poopy. We're talking today about the smell of baby. Yes. No. Literally, it's like I'll go to sleep and I wake up and this is an incident. And I wake up and I go to, normal thing I do every day, go take my dog for a walk. And then all of a sudden, there's like this like seagull that goes by. I swear to God, the seagull, who was a seagull, sounded just like a raven. Okay.
Seriously?
Yes. The seagull sounded like a raven. Okay. A lot of deja vu. And then I was watching another dog walk, and I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with that dog. It's like I could see it. Normally, like, I could communicate it. I used to do that when there was animals in the house back in my paranormal days. But the weirdest thing is like, okay, I'm looking at him. It's like, oh, I know what's wrong with that dog. And then you're like, I could walk up to a person, no problem. Gonna walk up to a dog and say, hey, I know what's wrong with you. They're just gonna be like, I don't know, a bunch of weird things. And then I'm standing out back smoking. Now, this is like weird stuff that's happening, guys. So if you've got some like really weird stuff, or you got some questions for us, we're going to do Q&A and weird shit tonight. I mean, weird stuff tonight. Man, I'm going to get busted with that word today. Ship sail in the night.
Yeah, I see. I had to find one that was closer. That was my issue.
So I'm out back, right? And I'm having a cigarette because I don't smoke in my house. I'm out back and I'm having a cigarette. And these two birds, it looks like a little bigger one and a smaller one. similar color, right?
Yeah.
Like black, could be like baby crows. They fly. Okay, so I take a drag of I look down, and all of a sudden they say, look up. So I look up. Birds, same formation, heading the same direction. This happened 3 times. 3 times. Okay, so I've had a
Yeah,
lot of
synchronicity.
glitches in the matrix, my girl. That's what I like to
Synchronicity's
call it.
happening.
Yeah, it's really weird. So have you had any weird stuff going on?
Other than my health, yeah. But yeah, I've had. I had a new comedian who's on the other side, an old time comedian. Um, actually get me laughing yesterday at most inappropriate times. I was gonna say inopportune, but no, they got me laughing at some really actually. Anyway, and I had to say thank you because I didn't realize who the heck it was until they made a comment and I went, "Oh my god, I know who you are. Oh my god, I love you." And I didn't fangirl. So that was my weird stuff. I mean, I've had other weird stuff, but that those kind of things I treasured because the last 2 weeks have been actual physical hell on me,
Yeah.
and I needed the laughter, and my light is driving me nuts. Hang on a second. I think we're gonna have to kill that. There we go. I've got fans going everywhere because it's rather warm in here.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
got a fan over here
and
too. That's why every now
it
and then my hair's going.
well, you go to laugh because I mute the intensity of one of these lights,
Right.
and I mute it with toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
It's an old it's an old photographer's trick where if you've got something really bright and you need white, you
Yes.
put a couple of sheets of toilet, and so it's laughing in the breeze, which is making
I'm
the
here if you need to wipe your tushy.
I mean, we used to use back in the 80s. We used to use all these old different techniques um, to make different things work for fill
Yes.
light and for you want to mute something but you don't, or diffuse something, you don't want to have it quite so bright, you use what you have. Well, I didn't have anything that was sheer enough other than TP, and I went, that works.
It's white.
Anyway, I'm babbling. um One of the things that I wanted to comment about was a number of months ago, and I'm not going to say who this is because this person is really well known in certain
Okay.
circles, and but it's about their property, and
Huh.
it it happened a couple of 2-3 months ago, I think. Now, maybe three. I have to really look back into my notes, but anyway, um, and there was a situation on the property. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I wanted to mention to everybody that Dogman really is real.
Yep.
And even the Sasquatch don't like Dogman. And I found out the hard way.
Ooh.
um, and basically, I Dogman is one of those cryptids that I can't say that I've always poo-pooed, but I have gone, I'm not sure, and I don't want to psychically delve into that one because there's so many stories about how detrimental they are. This being is, this cryptid is, and I mean there are stories like that about Bigfoot, but
Yeah.
I know a lot of different stories that are based around Bigfoot and those that are people assume are Bigfoot and that are not. And so I know what's what. But in the Dogman field, I didn't know squat. 2-3 months ago, I found out explicitly they're very real. They're very dangerous. You don't screw
Oh
with them.
wow.
And even the Dogman, or even the Sasquatch, don't like the Dogman. and especially the ones with abilities. And so I was asked to look at this property, and I psychically and higher consciousness went to the property, and I went, you got something very, very large roaming around, and it's really scary. And I mean, for me to say it's scary,
Yeah.
creep factor 100-fold. I mean, it went to um, a lot of different levels that I went, okay, you're a frightening being. And I've been around a lot of different ETs, and most of, well, bugger, but anyway, but this one really kind of flipped me
Yeah.
out. Hey Amy, hey Christopher, and I can't see the rest because I don't have my. Oh, Howie's in the house,
Yeah. Howie's in the
and
house.
I
Mr.
can't see who.
Odell, our fearless leader. Welcome. And Mr.
So,
Christopher as
and
well.
Christopher,
And then a comment from
Amy,
Amy.
yeah. And so basically, I found out that the Sasquatch on their property, and make sure it's bright. Oh my God, Amy. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good.
I didn't
Anyway,
get it, but that's okay.
anyway, so here we've got I'm on the property in higher consciousness form and psychically, and
Uh,
kind of looking around, and the next thing I know, the Sasquatch that are on the property or that specifically roam through that property
yeah.
and make contact with me in a hardcore way, and then showed me, you're frozen. Oh no, you're not. There you are. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Okay. Listen. If somebody could post the link over on the Facebook pages, for some reason, our stream is not connecting with Facebook at all. Okay,
Weird.
neither Facebook page is connected for some reason. We are connected to the Kicks, the YouTube, the Twitch, and the Twitter. I cannot connect it in the middle of a live, but I can connect it after. So I don't know what is going on. It's saying unable to connect. So just figured I would let you know that right now we are working strictly off of YouTube. I literally I don't know what's going on, but we do have YouTube. Howie, I added Kicks also, which is another streaming site. We do have Twitter and Twitch up here as well. So, but Facebook's not allowing the connection to connect at all. So this is something I will have to go back and do after the show, which is probably why it's so slow over here today. Because normally we got people coming.
Yep. Yep.
So
And
literally,
most of
guys,
these
come
ones
over to
are.
YouTube. So if somebody could post a link letting you know the Facebook is down and not allowing me to connect on either page. Um, Share
That's
out the
interesting.
YouTube page. Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, I shared it with I think 5 or 6 different people in private message, and then
Yeah.
posted the upcoming link onto my Facebook publicly on my Facebook
Oh,
page.
already done. Awesome. Howie shared it. I don't know what's going
Awesome.
on. It could be a glitch because it's both Facebook pages. It's not just one, it's two. So it's something going on with Facebook. But that's why it's always good. We'll get back to Dogman in a minute, but that's why it's
Yeah,
always good to have backups, not just like doing one. You
yeah,
need to have multiple
exactly.
places you stream because otherwise everything would go.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, lyrics from King of the Dog Man. I got it. Is that a movie?
Sounds. I thought it was a
Thank you,
song.
Allie. Is that a movie? Where is that, Amy? Amy, is that a movie? If so, I want to watch it. King's
Yeah,
X Dogman. Is that a movie?
King's X. Makes me wonder if it's a song. Lyrics from. Okay, so it's a song.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's a song. Okay. Um, yeah, so anyway, the info with the Sasquatch, he actually this young, and I call him young, he's older than 20, but he's like younger than 40.
Huh.
And so he's a younger Sasquatch, but he is an adult. And he connected with me and literally put my higher, I don't know how he did it. It was like he put my higher consciousness and my psychic ability through his own eyes, his own psychic eyes, and everything that he was seeing. And I am here to
Wow.
tell you, when and I've never heard anybody talk about that. I'm and there are actually very few, but there are a number of folks who do communicate with Sasquatch telepathically on a pretty regular basis, different area Sasquatches. And I've yet to hear anybody make that claim or talk about that kind of situation. I mean, it, and I hope this Sasquatch didn't get into trouble with his Sasquatch clan, because based on what I know from Mama, that's a no, 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 no. So, but
Oh,
so here's this Sasquatch, and he's showing me what he is visually but psychically seeing through his own head. And I mean, he had closed kind of like a lot of doors in his head to where he could do this,
yeah.
but I felt him, his energy, his scent, his everything that he was seeing. And he even somehow disconnected some of his thoughts from
Huh.
mine, but I could hear a lot of his thoughts. And I was like, it blew me out of the water as to what the capabilities of Sasquatch have. I mean,
Wow.
truly have. I mean, this was a mind bender, mind blower, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But it showed me and impressed upon me just how dangerous and gigantic these dogmen actually are.
Wow.
When they're standing and walking, not when they're running and standing and walking, but when they're walking upright like a human being, bipedal,
Yeah.
but they run like a dog when
Yeah.
they're in full on no holds bar run. And that's what this Sasquatch showed me, was a combination of the two. And I mean, I walked away from this situation, and I, I was very thankful I was sitting down when all of this happened, because it literally knocked me senseless off my psychic whatever. I was going to say psychic rocking chair. That's not the terminology I was going to use. It knocked me off my psychic chair big time. Because I mean, it's
Wow.
just but yeah, he impressed upon me just how dangerous they are to all living beings, not just
Wow.
humans, but every animal, everything on this planet is it. I mean, it's like they're the top of the food chain type of situation, was the feeling I got.
Yeah, because the dog men are different from the wolf men.
Yes, and
Yeah.
there's so many different levels of this, and there was so much impressed upon me by this Sasquatch, and I'm very, very thankful that I was allowed to have that experience. But
Wow.
wow, did it boggle my mind. So yeah, when you talk about oddball things that have happened, now that's not something current that's happened, that 2 3 months ago, possibly even four. Like I said, I'd have to go back in, but not more than four. I'd have to go back into my notes and my journals and stuff. But
Right.
just absolutely amazed me. Okay, now it's not. I mean, we're on quite the delay on the TV. Okay,
Yeah, we
skinwalkers.
are.
Yeah, skinwalkers are a different ballgame altogether than dogman. But um, Now there's a gentleman that I know of, Jonathan. Oh my God, I can't think of his last name. Jonathan. He's a he's Native American gentleman, and he works for the Arizona Rangers. I cannot think of his last name. It's driving me nuts. But this gentleman, let's see if I can find him on here. No, it's J-O-H.
Today we are just talking about random strange occurrences.
Jonathan Redbird Dover. Look him up. Former Navajo. Okay, so he's no longer with the Rangers. Okay, so former Navajo Ranger out of Arizona.
Wow.
His name is Jonathan Dover, nickname Redbird. Anyway, I highly recommend you look him up, folks, because look him up on YouTube. He has got some phenomenal stories about Skinwalker. And it's from firsthand experience or told directly to him by folks who have experienced them. And there have been cases, and I met him.
Right.
Very nice gentleman. The guy knows his military stuff, and he knows a great deal about a lot of oddball skinwalker, including their magic stuff that they've come across. I mean, all kinds of information. So check him out, look him up. But yeah, I was just, I don't know, I can't say enough about how amazed I was by what this Sasquatch allowed me to experience through his eyes, his vision, and how dangerous, how explicably dangerous the dogmen are. And there have been interesting things because, even as a psychic medium, we all have, well, are fairies real? Is this being real? Is that real? It's all in fairy tale, and it's all this and it's all that. There are a lot of things and beings that have gone through time in fairy tale land that are real, folks, and some of them are
Where do you guys think the fairy tales came from?
Exactly. So and I was listening to a friend's show the last couple of days, because he's been doing daily stuff, and he was talking about different lifetimes, and he had brought up something about his past lifetimes, and it made me realize a number of factors about our lifetimes and about now, just because these things have the ability to be scary doesn't mean that we have to be terrified and scared. It means that you have to be aware. Make yourself aware. Learn how to protect yourself. Learn how to just learn, but turn your fear into positivity instead of the negative, because fear is a giant way to go to the negative, and you've got to stay to the positive. And that was one thing that I remembered again. Okay, the last 2 weeks have been rough.
Yep. Howie says Navajo witches, including skinwalkers, represent the antiquities of the Navajo culture value, while community healers and cultural workers are known as medicine men and women. Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
What is he saying? Okay. Let's see. Or by other positive terms in the community in the indigenous language. Very true. Yeah. And he's saying dog man. Yep.
Yeah,
dog
and
man.
And Sue and I found out how real the fairies were when she and a couple of other people had witnessed me getting uh, doused with what I can only call fairy dust.
Yes.
So
We've had some interesting times here.
we
Yes, we
really
do.
have. Yeah, you go back through the channel and you go back through the couple of years worth that you and I have done off and on have done
Yep.
different live broadcasts, and there've been some really fascinating things that have come up.
Can you
Um,
imagine working on EVP on some of these shows, what we'd actually come up with?
oh,
Because,
it'd be fascinating.
yeah, according to a legend, the Michigan Dogman appears in a 10-year cycle that falls on the years ending with 7.
Well,
Uh-huh.
I know somebody.
Uh-oh.
Um, I know. I know somebody who on the ET side of it, giving me ideas. I see where you said uh-oh. Um, who on the other side of things knows that the Dogmen were a form of a now this is their information, but this is what they've talked about publicly.
Right.
Um, an ET, a specific ET race's pet, and I can't even conceive of that right now. I mean, I have a hard
Somebody just
time.
walked in front of you.
You mean behind me or directly in front?
In front of you, your face just blurred. Somebody walked right in front of you and went,
Yeah, that explains why I got the gut instinct right through my stomach. Okay,
yeah, I
somebody
think,
wants attention.
yes. I honestly think if you're
Oh, my
doing like,
stomach.
say, and again, we're going to get back into the Dogman in a minute, but Howie's got an idea and I want to run with this. What if, say, if you guys are doing like a paranormal show? Now you have somebody in the background listening for the EVPs, listening for the EVPs, and literally, I mean, that would be awesome. I'm sorry. That would be really awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my tuba torch with you to the show. Gotcha. Hey, I'll figure out what's going on over here. But how many people, literally, the dog man? Now, there is one client that you actually sent my way. And when I talked to her, I've been communing with the little ones.
Oh, yes. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I
I
love
didn't
her
want to give a
so.
name.
Yeah.
Yes. So the little ones I've been talking to, and the fae, not the fae, the fairies.
Yeah.
Fays are grown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Grow.
I'm sorry.
The
I'm sorry. I
fairies
had to
are the
think
little
about that.
ones. So
Yeah.
I've been commuting, like when she does call and she does talk to me, and I do the thing I do with her. There's the ET excuse me, the fairies and the Sasquatch, and the Sasquatch are the ones that are very protective as far as the river and stuff, and
Yes.
they tell me what's going on, and that's when they tell me what to tell her. So
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like
That's
that.
good because and she's
Yeah.
wonderful with the Sasquatch. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she is.
She's
She's very much in touch with them. So
yeah.
that was my first like long distance.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I've seen other people's houses before, but with her, it's like a constant type thing. The Fae,
Yeah,
they're not the
her
Fae.
land is very active,
Yeah, a lot of
to
land.
say the least.
Yeah, she has a lot of land there and a lot of water, and with everything that was going
Yeah.
to be coming down, yeah, there's a lot going on. But the only thing that I have seen back from my days is not Dogman, is the Shadow Man.
Yes.
Now
They're
around
awesome.
Fort Phoenix. Now Fort Phoenix has been around for a long time. Yes, it's never seen a battle, but it has seen a lot other things under the ground, under the surface. So there's been a lot of a lot of prisoners, a lot of like really negative things that happen around there. Around that building in the south end of the city, there's quite a few shadow men. And then outside my window, literally outside my bedroom window and my kitchen window, I see another castle that's very old and is also known to have spiritual activity as well. So, and like I say, this is something I haven't done in a long time. I haven't gone in and done these investigations or anything like that because, you know, it is what it is. I'm getting old and I don't feel like carrying the equipment.
What right on.
That's the truth, girl. So I sold it. As shit was getting stuff was getting too heavy. Oh, gotta watch that mouth.
But you did good. You did really good. So
Oh my god. Okay, what is this big blue eyes creature? This creature is described as 7 foot tall. Let's let everybody see what I'm looking at. The creature is described at 7 foot tall, blue eyes or amber eyes. Mine are kind of like amber. Let's see, bicranial canines like an
bipedal,
animal. Ooh,
bipedal canine.
yeah, what you said. An animal with the torso of a man, fearsome howl that sounds like a human scream. Ah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
can sound like a scream. There was a at one time. No, because I can't divulge that. Okay, but what I can say is that their scream can sound well. It's because of something that somebody told me, and I resisted.
Yeah, see, you were going to say some, and then somebody just walked right in front of you again.
Uh-huh.
That's how I know you're holding back. I always know when you're holding back because I can see what's happening with you, and I find it bloody hilarious. Well, everybody else say, oh my God, these ladies are nuts. They're way out there. And I'll say, yes.
There's reasons. We're not nuts. It's just there are reasons. Yeah, I basically got told to protect the person that I was going to make a comment about, and I can't. Yeah. So
Yeah. So they walk right in
basically,
front of you saying, nope.
nope, exactly. But what I can say is what the Sasquatch
Mm,
showed me and told me, and um, the scream that I heard through the Sasquatch was similar to a human scream, but it wasn't at the same time. So um, the other side to that is you got to be careful because there are certain animals. Now this is a sideline besides the Sasquatch, besides the dog man. What
right.
I have learned from hunters, like guys and women who have been hunting for years, have talked about there are certain animals in the forest who do scream and howl, and they sound like a woman crying out in pain. Not a male, but like a woman screaming
Mm,
for her life. But that is a normal howl for that specific animal. Don't
right.
ask me which ones right now because you're gonna have to do your own research on that. But there are at least three different animals that I'm aware of right now that can make that kind of a scream. And that
Huh.
does not include Dogman or Sasquatch, because the Sasquatch is the great Sasquatch beings are the great imitator. Oh my word, they can imitate any sound, any um actually even human beings. I mean, they can imitate. They're phenomenal when it comes to that. But what this Sasquatch showed me was the one that walked through this property. It had red eyes. It was it it's weird because when I'm looking at the Howie comment and I'm seeing although my eyes are very off right now because I'm not wearing my glasses, but I see
About
the
the
word
eyes.
yeah, I see the word amber, and as I'm looking at that, I remember the the dog man shifted from amber to red. Like
Yeah.
it was a very specific color of red, and I'm really good with because I used to do art. I mean, like real art, like painting with not this stuff. This is like piddly anti stuff compared to what I used to do.
Yeah, I can't
Um,
draw.
and well, and see, I used to, I I used to draw, I used to sketch, I used to do faces, I used to all
Yeah.
sorts of stuff. Couldn't do that to save my life now because once you stop doing it for a long period of time, you lose some of it. Some of it will come back, but for the most part, all of it's a totally different ballgame. But anyway, so I'm really good with color. That's why I was able to determine the exact eye color of the ETs. It's a cerulean. The only thing that comes close to the blue on these ETs is called what we call a cerulean blue. I have not yet looked to see what color even comes close to this color of red that I saw on this dog man.
Mm.
Um, but it was
What's
very
coming?
specific. Huh?
Something's coming. Somebody just told me to ask you what's coming. Something's coming.
That could be anything. Do you have any idea how many subjects there are that could fall under? Are you got to be more specific, darling.
This is
I
the
mean,
negative event that's actually going to affect almost the whole world.
oh, they want me to talk. Oh my God, seriously? Okay. So apparently, since my psychic ears are not on the way I want them to be right now, which makes sense because it's kind of weird day I've had. Um, so I'm assuming they are talking about. God, seriously, you really want me talking about that? Okay, so I last week well no, I need to go back farther. To 2 to 3, 2.5 years. 2.5 years ago, I guess is how I'm gonna state it. Yeah, okay, somebody's babbling out. Now I'm hearing you. They're like, get on with it, woman. Um, 2.5 years ago, I received a psychic download about the sun and the sun having they call it a CME, a coronal mass ejection. The problem was that 2.5 years ago during that vision, what I saw was something that was so massive and so strong that it almost took out, I would say, about a quarter of the sun. And it was something that came from behind the sun. Now, no, this is not fear. Do no. Somebody just trying to get me to let everybody know I'm not fear mongering. I'm not. This is what I saw. This is what I. Oh my God! I didn't just see it. I felt it. I was like I was there, watching it from on board a ship or
This is
something.
the one where all the electricity goes out.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of them for that. But this is what, and I was never given a timeline. Now, here's where we go current with that. Last week, during my hell week of pain, blinding, mind blinding pain, physical pain that I was in, I was in the process of waking up and I got what I call a spirit song message, an SSM, spirit song message. And I was like, really? I no, I'm not doing this with you guys right now. And they would not let up. And they pestered and they pestered. 3 days later, and I did go through this song and I figured out what the hell it was all about. And sure enough, it was about that psychic vision that download psychic vision that I was given. And at the same time, 3 days later, from the first time I received that psychic that spirit song message,
Yeah.
3 days later, I had in my Google feed, I had once again had just gotten up, gotten my food, sat down here at my table, and started going through Facebook and Google, trying to get myself to wake up. And I'll be damned if there wasn't a thing from, I want to say NASA, but it wasn't NASA. There was a piece of information, and I posted it. It's on my Facebook page. I Post
The
it.
one that about the sun and what's shooting
Yes.
out of it?
Yeah, the coronal mass ejection
Yes.
and how strong they're getting. And I talked about, pay attention, people. This will come into play. And I was never given a timeline, and how frustrated I was over not being given a timeline. Well, apparently it's coming up, and it's coming up very, very soon. And very, very soon to me, that implies it could be a month, it could be 3 months, but it's by the end of this year. I know that because a day after I was given that message on that third day, the following day after that, I was given a message that it's going to be at the end of this year, and I was like, "Ugh, you got to be kidding me." So apparently, I'm supposed to be talking about this, and I haven't wanted to because it goes into Soundgarden
This
Black Hole Sun. Yeah, it wasn't that song, but yeah, that's
that song I know.
well,
No, for
and they
some
made me
reason,
figure out how far out in space it was. I was like, wait a minute. If we're dealing with this many miles, then it goes. They made me do math. I hate doing math. They know I hate doing math. They made me do math.
I
I'm
was
not a hep girl.
told, I was told that there is something coming.
Yes.
Um, that it will affect electricity for a long period of time, which will have adverse effects. And again, I'm not trying to scare anybody.
No, it's not. This
It
is
was
psychic
just,
information
again,
you're talking about. Yeah.
yes,
And
it's
you don't
just,
have a timeline, do you?
no,
Yeah.
no, I
See,
don't.
that's the
I,
frustrating thing. No,
yeah,
nobody is being given a timeline. I've heard a very few other people talk about this in the last 6 months. But
because, because there are beings that some people call ETs, or
yeah,
they're just not of this. So there are beings out there that are trying to fix and correct what's happening, as
yeah,
far as I know.
they're trying to get people into a. Okay, so here's the thing with the ETs.
Right,
Many, many races of ETs are kind of putting it out there with the humans to get into a positive frame of
right.
mind
Yes,
because
everybody has to be positive. I've been doing that for a while, since I was told to. Stay
yeah,
positive,
same,
remain positive, have positive people around you. So that's
yeah,
why I do a lot of the self-help stuff to help build people up. But I know that's one of it, and we need the green energy, which is the heart energy.
yeah.
So a lot of that. But they are actually working something. There's one of them. No, there's actually two. Nope, they're saying three. There's
I
three different types of
just
species.
got told three
Three.
just as you
There's
put your fingers
three
up.
different species that are working to fix
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay. They are working to actually fix this. So that's why there's no timeline, because it's something that might be able to be fixed. So I will say right here, by the end of the year, the world's government, hold on, let me put this up so you can see it too. All right. I will say right here, by the end of the year, the world's government will and are doing silent disclosures of truth of existence. Oh, yeah. They're already here.
Okay, so there's been a lot of conversation going on that goes right into. Oh God, did I freeze? There we are. Okay, that goes into. Well, I just saw it for a fraction, and I'm like,
Yep.
um. All right, so this goes right into dealing with the ETs. It goes into dealing with government, what's going on with government,
Yep.
the U.S. government specifically. Um, and a lot is being talked about regarding quote unquote disclosure. Now, there
Right.
are some things that I agree with, and some things I disagree about it being classified as disclosure. Um, yes, Howie, I see my name up there.
Yep.
Squirrels are terrible at math. Spiders at least count in octo. Thank you, Amy.
Nikki, tap, 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 tap. What you tapping at, Howie?
um,
Uh-oh, what you tapping at? Howie's tapping you. Tap, 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 tap. Amy,
so
that's perfect. Howie's tap, 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 tap. Well,
okay,
what
so
it is it's I don't know what it is, but it's I think when we sit down, you're whatever, they know. So it's like we
yeah,
got
and
things going back and forth. Oh, it's a heartbeat. Oh, I would have gone bum 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 bum.
oh my
So
God, yeah, there's been a great deal going on regarding government and stuff
yeah.
going down the line. Here's the conundrum with all of that. We're hitting the very beginning of everything, so it's going to be the slow trickle down. I mean, it's
Mhm.
already been 90 freaking years. 90
Yep.
freaking years to deal with all of this. And they're just really now starting to come out. I have been consistently, yes, I do. I have I've been consistently told that 2023, 2024, 2025, but those are numbers that get skewed because I've also get told 2023 um, there's something major going to happen this year. 2024 is going to have something that is going to shift the masses or the major amount of people into a major set of dynamics. By 2025, other major things are going to be happen planet wise, but something even bigger than all of that by 2030. I
Yeah.
mean, we're talking this is a process. And
Right.
what pisses me off and puts me in a conundrum isn't the right word. This is just me because I'm not only an experiencer, I'm an ET abductee, and I'm like, rip the freaking band-aid off now, just do it. Because the ET experiencers, the ET abductees, we've been dealing with this. Most of us have been dealing with this since we've either been newborn or since we've been young children.
Yep.
And those of us that have had this going on for that long are like, we're beyond ready. And so many people go, well, why do you need to have um, this talked about? And because it's validation, and it will bring the other population who gives us dramatic amounts of shapoopy, who gives us dramatic amounts of
Bull
shapoopy,
poopy.
bullpucky, that and there are experiencers who don't just get the shapoopy, they get beaten on, they get the physical
Right.
garbage, and that's not okay.
No, it's not.
This is the kind of stuff, that kind of abuse is like so detrimental. You're already dealing with somebody who is going through a lot of crap to begin with in their life, and then to have that experience and them not believed, or they're not even talking about it. There's a huge aspect that affects the psychology of this. It affects
Yep.
the emotion, it affects the physical.
Yep.
There's so many aspects to this. So okay, I gotta breathe. We hit a mode and Nikki's back just went whoosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, where's Mr. Crystals when we need him?
Here we
Hey,
go.
Sheila.
So basically, it boils down to this is going to take time.
Yeah.
they've taken 90 years to deal with all of this. What I want to see happen is probably not going to happen for at least another 20 years. Um, I'll be in my 70s by then. And if I'm lucky, it'll start happening by the time my grandchildren are born and our young children, so that they can receive if they go through it. Because in my family, it goes generational. So, whether my family likes to hear that or not, I don't care anymore. Um,
Mine always skips a generation.
yeah,
It actually
mine,
hit my granddaughters,
yeah,
the twins.
yeah. So, and that makes sense because they're twins.
Yep.
Um, there's something about that twin energy, literally about that soul and that those souls and that twin energy
Yeah.
that draws the ETs. But anyway, and not all twins, I know that. But anyway, uh, God, I'm babbling. I'm sorry. It's just
That's okay.
there are things where it'll take its time.
Yeah.
But there are many of us where we don't just want the validation. There are many of us who need that validation because of the crap we've received. There's been a lot of crap, a lot of garbage that we have all received, that has been to the detriment. And that kind of stuff, there needs to be psychologists and psychiatrists who deal with the counseling side of this, because it is real. It is happening. There are people who need the help to overcome the garbage of the aspects of this, because it is detrimental and you want to turn things from the detriment to the positive.
Yep.
And I'm learning why I chose to do what I was doing and why I've got so many children, biological hybrid children that are out doing a wide range. I've got scientists. I just literally was shown a scientific tube. So apparently, I've got a hybrid child who is in the sciences, doing something. I don't know. Some of this I want to know, and some of it I don't.
Yeah.
Um,
See, I they took my
yeah.
eggs, but I've never seen any of my offspring. So, I mean that
Well,
much I know. So,
and see, the thing for me is that what they did with me is they didn't just take eggs. Um, they'd take however many eggs they could get out of the 1 month, you know, just at
uh,
period or before period time. And then they do this, what I call the splice and dice routine. And then there can be abductees who go through the pregnancy and don't even know that they're pregnant. I
yeah,
was one of them, but yet
yeah,
I instinctively knew I was pregnant, but yet I would consistently talk myself out of it. And it made sense. It makes sense to me now because
mhm,
those pregnancies only lasted for 3 or 4 months.
yeah,
And I was consistently told medically I couldn't have children. And I'm like, okay, so, and yet biologically I have one human child and he's 31 now. And that took an extreme amount on my part and on my naturopath's part to get my body to that point to be able to do
yeah,
that. So, um, and apparently it was meant to be, it was supposed to be. Um, but regarding the ET, and there's so many different versions of the baby programs, what I call
yeah,
the ET baby hybrid programs, where there are some women and men, human men and human women, who are literally bred having sex with, I'm not gonna say,
yeah,
but they are literally, and they have babies and they're brought to full term or whatever that hybrid term is, full term in the pregnancy is, whether it's 4 months, whether it's 3 months, whether it's 6 months or 7 months. Um, and it's really hard on the human host, the human mother, um, for that. And they have the babies on board craft, and then there's folks like me to where there's folks like me who have I go back. I've literally taken back and forth on board a ship and implanted with a hybrid embryo that has been sliced and diced to become an embryo. Um, and most of mine, um, I'm not going to say what most of mine are. I just realized that's a safety issue for them.
Yep.
Um, so there's quite a few of them. Sorry, I get last 3 days I keep feeling like I've got like one of these hairs across my nose and it's been driving me nuts. So pardon me. Um. Anyway,
I get like that. Yeah, I didn't mean to bring up a sore subject or
no,
anything.
no,
It
no,
was
no,
just,
honey, you didn't
yeah,
bring up it's not a sore subject. It's just it fascinates me because, like, for someone like you know that they've taken your eggs, but for somebody like me, and I'm more than happy and willing to talk about this because your
they
infant
took
syndrome
the rest
minimal.
of them
Oh my God, really?
at the age of 41. I was fully through menopause.
Wow. See, I haven't gone through that yet. I'm 55 and
41,
I have not even
totally
begun.
gone. They took the rest.
Wow. Well,
That was it.
anytime that before I go to have a period, they take as many eggs as they can.
Nope, they took them all. There's nothing
Yeah.
left.
Wow.
So yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, there are so many different versions of the hybrid baby programs.
Yeah,
So like with what you've gone through with what I go through, and it makes me question why would they take your eggs and not make your body a host? That leads me into a wide plethora of questions, scientific wise, because what are they doing with the eggs? And if they're
I don't
doing
know.
that with you, boy, if I have a conscious memory, I'm asking. I'll be asking because that's a big deal. I mean,
Mm.
what you doing with the eggs, guys?
Well, yeah,
Those are human eggs. What are you doing with them? And what's with the genetics? What's in the genetics? See, there's the other question.
that's the thing.
What's
It's
in the
it's
genetics?
it's yeah, I don't know. I know I've always been very active, this, that, and the other thing. So there's a lot of shit that I do on a regular basis. So I don't know. But I'm also aware, and sometimes
Yeah,
I'm able to pull myself down now that I
yeah.
wasn't be able to before. I don't go freely. In our world, it's not ready for hybrid pregnancies. Yeah. And that's
No,
what
there.
it is.
Well,
I
and that's
know that I do have some of, and it's a weird thing to say, and I'm hopefully if I get shut down then I right now from this, if I get shut down on YouTube, then I know it's the truth. So um what it is I know there's parts of me on this earth hiding in plain sight.
yes. That's. I know one of
Yeah.
my children is on Earth. I can
Yes.
feel it, and I've felt it for
Yeah.
years. I don't know which one. I don't know if it's male. I was just gonna say I don't know if it's male or female, and I literally was just told, and
Mm.
I'm not gonna say.
Don't.
Anyway, so wow, because I gotta words, Nikki, words. Wow, okay, that just totally makes I want to meet them. I okay, okay, I'm being told stuff. All right.
All right.
Um, so basically, yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, and Howie's right. Whoever it was that said that our
Yeah.
world is not ready for hybrid pregnancies, no, they're not.
Yeah.
they're not by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, look at all the derogatory, negative garbage that is talked about um, regarding humans and what humans are doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what humans are doing to each other, to themselves, and you think they're going to have issues with that?
Yep.
What are they going to? How are they going to respond to hybrid pregnancies? I mean, I
Yeah.
make no bones about it anymore. I am a host. I mean, it is. It's some people consider it, oh, that you're a host, which means they're a parasite. Well, I have no other way to classify it. I am mama, but I'm mama for 3 months, 3 to 4 months, depending upon which. So, you know, um,
Yeah.
but yet there are women that are going through it for 3 to 6 or 7 months with actual physical, and then the pregnancy is gone. I mean, literally evidence, human medical evidence of pregnancy, then it's gone. And the doctors, I am here to tell you, somebody made a comment publicly about their doctor's response. And it's something that I have never, the attitude that they talked about regarding their doctor, basically it was like it didn't happen to them. The doctor was like, how is this possible? Well, and now it's not even in their medical records. And I'm like, wait, what did you just say?
Yeah.
I remember my reaction to what they said.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that I can't find that episode I heard that on. To this day, I haven't looked today, but recently I have not found that episode since. And I know who the person is.
Yep.
And if the subject gets brought up again, they don't
Yep.
talk about it.
They hide
And
it.
I'm
They take
like,
it off.
oh my gosh, this is a big deal. I mean,
Yep.
so does that mean that that doctor hid that in the medical records
A
somehow? I
lot of
mean,
times people don't have a choice because
yeah,
most of the world isn't ready for this.
no, they're
They're
not.
not. And I think us,
They're
as I call
really
it, I
not.
consider us a light workers. So
Yeah, that's true.
because we're light workers, it's different for us, even though we've had experiences in certain things. It's easier, excuse me, for us to accept and try to get the information out there as placidly as possible, as
Yeah,
to not upset the masses, so to speak.
yep.
So, yeah,
And the
that's what I believe.
masses, I mean, in a lot of ways, the masses can handle, I think, quite a lot more than what they. Sorry, I had something on my phone pop up, which is why the hand went up. Anyway, um, but in a lot of ways, the masses, they can handle UFOs. I honestly believe that they can handle
Right.
UFOs, but the sideline to that, they can't. The fact that there are real abductions, the fact that
Mm-hmm.
many women and men are taken on board craft, whether they, oops, there we go, whether they are um, 5 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old, 40, whatever age, they can't handle that. And
No.
wow, okay, I'm just now seeing, yeah, I'm having spirits running through my apartment.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it on my TV. It wasn't showing up on my.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I see this all the time. I'm just used to it.
I know, and I don't always see it because I don't always pay attention to it, but it literally just popped right in front of my face. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, um,
But see, this is the way I think of it. It's there's a lot that's going to be coming out as far as what we
yes,
started off like the fairy tale realm, so to speak.
yeah,
There are different species from different planets, is what I choose to call them. There's the giants that will be coming out. There's creatures that from legends that will be happening. So
yeah,
all of these creatures will be starting to come back around again. So there's going to be a lot for a lot of other individual to be able to happen. I mean, it might progressively slow and slowly come, but it's already started. These occurrences have already started to happen. So, and it's just like kind of take it at face value and just keep going. Do the best
there's
you
going to be
can.
a major within a okay, now this is obviously future stuff, but within 100 years there's going to be such a major shift on this planet,
Mm,
but that by 100 years out, what I was shown with the planet, and not just the planets but the buildings, I've only really described this to two people. I have talked about other aspects of this openly, but to anyway, so the things that I've seen for 100 years, it's going to get really interesting, and this is the beginning timeline of it in that
yep.
regard. Um, but yeah, going back, because I'm literally being, I can't say spoken to, but somebody's impressing upon me to talk about the electricity going out again.
Yep.
Um, something, yeah, I'm literally being shown it's literally whatever it is, it's going to build up and burst through the back of the sun, which of course we don't see, even though it goes around and around, but it won't be seen, and whatever that is will build and build and build and explode through the sun with the biggest coronal mass ejection that has ever been recorded.
Right.
And there'll be a second one following it. Second one, well, they will be able to estimate the first one, but it's the second one that will cause the issues. That, yeah, okay. It's the second one that comes right after it, and that's the one. Oh dear God! Somebody just. Oh, seriously, seriously. Really want me to? Oh my God! Somebody is using a very graphic form. Uh, it's like explosive diarrhea. That's literally what I was. They really? Oh my God! Oh my God! I can't believe you had me say that out loud and on live broadcast. They're literally. It's like an explosive diarrhea. It's boom and boom and then lots of little booms afterward. Oh my God! Really? Okay, somebody just said, well, we want the point to get across. All right. I probably won't go very many shades of red because there's not a whole lot of time left. But after I'm off air, my face is probably going to go deep red. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe they did that. Anyway, what are they talking about in? So, oh, something about solar flare, electrical grid.
Yeah, solar flares will take out the electricity grid.
Yeah, that, and that'll be for a while. So, I mean,
Yeah.
excuse me, I don't even think, pardon me, I don't even think the solar panels that everybody's got, I don't even think that's going to work
No.
for folks. Um,
And that's it's a tough situation as far as like communication and stuff. So it's getting the
yeah,
word out to as many people to prepare.
yeah, I agree with. Can't believe you had me and showed me that. I did. Oh, pardon me. That's really gross. That's a gross thought, Sue. I mean, geez, Louise. Sorry. Okay, it's hitting me now.
I'll have to send you
Oh,
that gorilla video I did.
God.
I found
I
a
can't
gorilla
believe you did that.
video. I'll have to send that gorilla video to you. No, because like we have
Oh
bots.
my God, Amy.
Now she's red. No, because it will be a huge EMF bump.
Oh my god, that's just like Christopher and his ice cream with. Okay, we're not going there. Anyway, oh my
I
god.
gotta send you that gorilla video.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
to because I'm in the other
Oh
room.
god.
My man's trying to take a nap, and I just burst out laughing. I could not stop. I
That's what
couldn't
happened yesterday
stop.
for me. I was in so much pain and then I got the giggles. And this person was like, see, this is why you needed to laugh. You needed a real good big belly laugh. I
Hey,
was,
just do a show with me. No problem. I got you covered.
there you go. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
gonna take out a lot of different things. So
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. The hardest part is like for someone like me, I'm on the seventh floor.
Yeah,
But
that's walking down.
yeah, it's not walking down doesn't bother me. But because of
It's
my
coming
broken
back
back,
up.
it's getting up. That's where I have my issues. I mean, I
And
can. It might take me a while, but I can get there. So that's no
yeah,
big deal. But for people like elderly or there was one girl I was talking to, she's in China. She's
cutting.
30 something floors up. Can you
Ooh,
imagine having to walk up and down 30 something flights of stairs?
no, thank you.
Yeah, that's the weird stuff
Can't
I
do it.
think about.
That
You
can't
just
do
had
it.
somebody else walk in front of you and there's somebody else right behind you.
And what is the one that looked behind me?
It's a gentleman.
Uh, white hair,
No, not white.
mustache.
This is kind of like a blackish, like a black brown or dark brown to almost black hair. Short, not cut very well.
Are they a dark individual? And I mean skin. Are
Oh,
they not
yeah,
Caucasian?
not white or patchwork like me. Yeah.
I'm surprised he's come to see me.
Maybe he needed a great belly laugh too.
And under 6 feet.
Well, you're sitting down, so it's hard to tell. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um, skin tight clothes
All
or
I can
baggy
see literally
or
is him showing his face, so he's on camera.
young.
Yeah, he is kind of like right up in this area, which is like where your head is and the chair. So he's bending down so he can be on camera, smiling.
And he's chuckling right now, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can feel the chuckling. I can't see him, and I can't. It's weird because it's like in like my gut. I can feel him.
Yep.
Oh, I'm off center. That's why. Oh, quit yanking on me, dude.
We have
Okay.
the strangest conversations, I'm telling you.
Um. First initial letter D.
I stink. I almost said the other word. Stink with names. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. I get more numbers than I get letters. I don't know why.
Model esque, or looks like he's in his 50s.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why, but yeah.
I love you, baby.
Literally, it's
I
weird.
didn't
You're
expect
sitting
him to come
there
back.
and you're doing a show, and you know those photo bombs you get. So all of a
Yeah.
sudden, I get this guy going. It's like, what the hell? Really? They got video bombed by a spirit.
Oh, I love my folks on the other side. They are just this is a person that means a great deal to me, and they helped me with um my back and helped to teach me a
Yeah.
lot in how to redo exercise on a damaged body. And I've been oddly thinking about them lately because I'm like, I really need to get back into doing that kind of exercise because he knew his stuff. I was going to say the bad word.
And
And
video bombs you.
yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, he
So
was such a
this is
sweet
what
boy to do
happens,
that with.
guys, when we both have busy weeks and neither one of us had a topic. So we just kind of
Yeah.
like run with it. But then again, every time we have a topic, we usually go off topic anyway. So, either way.
This is ouch. Ouch. This is true. This is very
We never
true.
seem to
We'll
stick
always go.
to the topic. We throw this out there. We throw this out there. Hey, wait a minute. I got another wrench. Yeah, take
Woo!
that one. But you know what? We
Oh,
have a good time. We laugh. We
yep.
we give people some information. We let them laugh a little bit. So, all right, guys, we're gonna
And
close this up. I'm gonna see what the heck is going on
always,
with Facebook
always,
and Restream. Unless
yes,
there's something
please.
else you'd like to say.
Just stay in the positive. Even okay, I'm going to use me as an example. Even though I had a tremendous amount of bullpucky last week and extreme amounts of pain, it
Yep.
was really hard for me to stay in the positive, but I did it.
Yep.
Stay in the positive. Work on the positive. Flip the negative into a positive script, no matter what it takes you, even if it's small little pieces at a time. Learn to do this. It is really important. Flip your script.
That's right. I've been saying this for the
That's what I wanted to say.
longest time, guys, for years now. You have to
Same.
maintain a positive attitude. Literally,
Yep.
you have to. It's not about choice anymore. When I
That's
started
right.
it was semi choice, semi not so choice. It was getting pushed, but it was something that I did and I'm better for it. So try to maintain the positivity. So remember, no, the world isn't full of perfect people. Everybody slips. Just, do what you got to do and stay positive. Why are you laughing now? Is it someone making fun of me behind my head?
No, the one that he's yanking on me, but in a very specific way, and he's reminding me of things that he had said. So
Yeah. Yeah. Good advice, Nikki and Raven. Thank you so much. So, whatever you
thank
guys
you.
do, you have to maintain that positive
Hey Kim.
attitude. Yeah, take it from Nikki and Sue. It's a very, very difficult thing to do, but you know what? With is a will, there's a way. Make somebody's day. Come out with something
Yeah,
positive and stay.
definitely.
Because what it is positivity has a higher energy, and
Yes.
negativity brings you down, and you don't want that. You want
Yeah.
that higher level of energy. People have been so grumpy and selfish, impatient with these new higher vibes. I've been so positive, happy, fun, loving, more patient, patience, and more loving. Ride the new increase wave, y'all. I like that.
Right
Ah,
on. I like that.
yeah, I like that. Ride the waves. That's right. So I always says ride the waves. All right, guys. I'm gonna figure out what the heck is going on with this restream
Yeah.
and why Facebook isn't connecting to it. So not it's a Facebook issue because it's both channels. So I'm gonna say peace out. And don't forget, Nikki is here every third
The third.
Tuesday of the month. Sooner or later, we'll
Yeah.
get her to do 2 Tuesdays a month.
Yeah, that'll eventually happen, folks. It will.
Yeah, because we're always talking about something. So I'll push it to 2 Tuesdays a month. And they don't have to be one after the other. We can split them up. Hint,
Right
hint,
on.
hint.
I know, I know, I know. Mwah.
All
Love
right,
you.
guys. Mwah. Peace out. Peace, Nikki. Feel better.
Peace.
Oh,
Thank
now
you.
Robin Odell shows up. Took you long enough today. Sorry. Peace out.